Hello, Rodney. So we're setting you up on the reformer. Arms are long to your sides. And you're going to have your heels on the bar to start. Good. You want alignment. Good. Nice alignment. Pull your feet back to your knees, but relax your toes. Good. And we're going to, I'm going to put on two reds and one blue. Okay. So begin by tilting the pelvis a little bit. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, flatten your back and curl your tail up. Good. And then inhale, drop your tail. Good. And you're just going to do that a few times to warm up your spine, soften your left hip. Start dropping the weight of your head and feel that heavy steel ball roll to the left side. And drop the weight of your shoulders and your rib cage. Good. Feel the alignment of your hip and knee and second toe. Check in with where your feet are on the bar. You want to be in the center of your heel. Good. And then come to neutral, or in between those two extremes. Good. Feel the inner leg squeeze. Inhale to prepare. Soften your neck and shoulders. Exhale, press out to straight legs. Good. And then inhale, come back in. You're paying attention to your alignment. Exhale out. Good. And don't roll to the outside of your right heel and pull back in. There you go. Good. And you can do 6 of those. You can switch the breath in between. Stay here, Rodney. Slide your heels together so they touch. Good. And externally rotate your knees. Your feet are still in line with your knees. Really drop the weight of your right hip. Good. And exhale, press out. Make sure your head does not roll to the right. Squeeze up. Zip up the legs. Good. And resist home. Pull home. Inner and outer legs are working evenly. And exhale, press out. Zip up the center. Good. And come home, softening the hip. Good. And you can do about 8 or 10 of those. Stay where you are. Good. You're going to wrap your feet around the bar like a little bird on a branch. You're going to find that challenging spot in your arches. Your toes are wrapped over the bar. Your heels are pulling under like an eagle talon. So here's the challenging part about your alignment. You want to flare your heels open slightly, but feel the squeeze between the ankles. That looks really nice. Good. Press out. Good. And pull in. Don't let your right heel roll in. Keep it wide. Feel the alignment of your hips, knees, and second toe. Good. Feel both legs working evenly as you press out. Good. And resist back in. Good. One more. Reaching the heels under, wrapping the toes over. Little eagle talons pulling under. Good. And stay here. Now you're going to come up onto your toes. Ball of the foot. Good. Heels are going to stay stable. Good. Arms are still by your sides. Knees are in line with your hips. Good. Flare your heels open and squeeze your ankles together. Squeeze your ankles together a little more. Imagine the ball between your ankles. There you go. And pull yourself home, keeping your heels right there in space as if you had a little block underneath your heels, stabilizing your ankles. Good. That looks really nice. Nice alignment. Feel the inner and outer legs. Nice. Good adjustments, Rodney. Good. One more. Wrapping the heels under, or holding the heels stable as you come back in. Good. Now you're going to press out and you're going to draw the heels under and lift them up. Good. Keep the imaginary squeeze between the ankles. Come under. Straight legs the whole time. We're going to do straight legs here. So under and up. Feel the back of the leg working. Feel that high hamstring. So Rodney, this is the exercise that helps propel you up the stairs, right?
Right.
Do 2 more. Feel the whole body working. Rib cage is heavy. Good. Heels stay wide as you go under. Keep the squeeze. Good. Widen that right heel just a tiny bit. Good. Lift up. Now bend your knees home. Feel the squeeze. Good. Lift up and bend the knees home. Yeah, there you go. Good. All right, now we're going to come up to wide heels on the outside of the bar. Good. Make sure you don't roll to the outside of your heel. And externally rotate from the leg bone in the socket. Make sure your right hip is real heavy and you're keeping the weight on the left side of your head. Good. And here I'm going to change the weight and give you a little bit more weight if you want, just to see how that feels. So I'm going to give you, I gave you 3 reds instead of a red and a blue. Now see how that feels. You can really feel the back of the leg. A little bit of the front of the leg too, but really soften the hips. Feel the weight of the head, the rib cage, shoulders pressing down. Good. Feel the heel. You want to be centered on your heel. Good. Use your breath. Good.
Okay, so this is
Wrapping the legs open. Good. Come halfway in, Rodney, and do little pulses. In and in and in. Squeeze the inner legs even though they're not touching. Good. Feel the back of the leg. Feel the weight of the right hip. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now come all the way out to straight legs and get as tall as you can be. You're pushing through your heels and lengthening out through the crown of the head. Your rib cage is heavy. Your arms are reaching long. Everything's pulled in toward the spine. Good. And then slide all the way home. Good. Now I'm changing the weight to 2 reds for single leg. So bring your legs back to center, parallel on your heels. Good. So check in with your heels. Make sure you're not on the outside of your heels and they're in line with your hips. Now float the left knee into tabletop. Good. Just tabletop to start. So heel down a little bit. There you go. Pull the knee right over the pelvis. Feel the inner leg. Good. Exhale, press out. Good. Don't let the left heel roll into the center. Yeah. And then bend home. So that's a real challenge for you, to not let that leg externally rotate, but rotate the leg bone internally. Good. Feel the connection into the abdominals. Good. 1 more.
and just keep that point down.
Good. Now extend the left leg to the sky, but keep the hip to knee alignment. Don't worry about if you're getting the leg straight yet. And we're going to do some leg circles. The left leg's going to go across the body to the right, circle around, and exhale back up to the starting position. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Stable pelvis. It's going to feel a little bit like you're internally rotating that left leg. Good. And then reverse the circle. You can do 6 of these in each direction. Make sure it's right over the pelvis. Good. Adjustment. Hip to knee is in line. Nice. Good. Now pull that knee into your chest. Give it a little internal rotation. Heel flares wide. There you go. And put the left heel back on the bar. Good. Bend your knees home. Both knees home. Good. Float your right leg into tabletop. Good. Bring the heel down a little bit and flare the heel open so that it's in line. There you go. Feel the abdominals. Hold that leg in place. Drop the weight of the right hip. Good. Exhale, press out. And resist back in. Yes, good adjustment. Heel stays open in line. Good. Nice. Good. Good adjustment of the internal rotation of the right leg. Good. Now as you extend the left leg, this time you're going to extend the right leg to the sky, point the right foot. Good. And you're going to bring it across the body on an inhale, swing it around, just small, tiny, and then back up to the starting position. So it goes, here's your center. It's going to go across and then back up. Good. Internally rotate the leg, drop it heavy in the socket. It's going to be small. Inhale and exhale. A little bit more over the hip to the right. So think about the leg staying over the hip, not on the inner. Yeah, look at it. Take, yeah, and then reverse it. Inhale open, exhale up. Inhale open, yes, stirring right over the pelvis. Don't let the knee come into the heel come into the center. Keep it, yes, keep the internal rotation. Good. Now bend that knee, pull it into your chest, and flare the right heel wide. So internally rotate the leg bone into the center. Pull the knee into the center and flare the right heel open. Yeah, you can kind of push it open if you want to. We're working on getting that leg internally rotated and dropped heavy in the socket. Good. Put the foot back down on the bar. And bend yourself home. Put your toes on the bar. And we're going to end with prancing. Press out to straight legs. Draw one heel under. Lift both heels. Draw the other heel under. Good. Make sure your knee stays over the hip and the second toe, so don't let it roll out to the side. We've just worked on that internal rotation. Lift both heels. Good. And bring the left heel under. Feel the hip, knee, and second toe in line. Good. Big toe and pinky toe evenly weighted on the bar, and then a little bit faster, flowing from one to the other. Don't let the knee roll open, though. Feel the legs squeeze together. Squeeze together. Good. 2 more. Good. Keep that left knee squeezed in. Good. Good. Now bring both heels under. Hold on to the outside of your box and pull so that you're with straight legs. You're giving yourself a stretch. You're going to reach your heels under. Keep your knees nice and strong. There you go. And breathe into that for a little stretch. Good. And then bend your knees home.